When you give every dollar a job, you create your freedom, not stress. Time to cover housing expenses.
Welcome back to My Dedication. This is Brick by Brick, how to budget to create freedom and no more stress. Remember, I am here to show you the how-to when it comes to anything and everything I suggest. This is probably my favorite how-to exercise because of the immediate results people get after a simple half hour to an hour of working through it together. My budget spreadsheet is available to download in the description below or on our website. Download it for free, print it out, and you can walk through every step along with me right now. Let's get into it. Give yourself an hour, completely free from distraction. Turn on your favorite music and get out a pencil and paper. I know, ancient tools, but stick with me. We are going to go through every section of your financial life, brick by brick, number by number, and you will see where every single dollar you spend is going. This will put in black and white, factual information that you can use to identify overspending, not enough saving, problem areas, and just help you understand why there tends to be more month at the end of your money and not the other way around. Here we go. To begin, I will tell you a category, and then we will list everything within that category and assign a dollar amount to it. Don't worry about getting it down to the exact cents. If you don't know one of these numbers, don't just give up. Just estimate it, and you can find the real number later using your online banking or physical bills in the mail. The point of this exercise is to get your entire financial picture written down, so you can then physically attack any problem areas and see what is actually going on with your money. Many young adults forget that. Many people in general never take the time to do this exercise or ever create a budget. It's easier to forget this important step today because we think, oh, my banking app shows me my spending, or I have too many bills and things to track. It might be too hard to do. Well, now is the time to do it, and I'll do it with you so you aren't alone and you have a guiding hand explaining the why behind everything we are doing. Are you ready? Have your pencil or favorite colored marker and piece of paper ready? Let's go. First category, write it down with me. It's your income. Here, simply write down your monthly income. Total both of your paychecks if you're paid bi-weekly, or do an average monthly take-home pay if you are in a tip profession like me. Great for ease of illustration and understanding, I am going to use a total monthly income of $4,000 after taxes. What I actually take home to pay bills and save, or go to Costco and get a hot dog. Now that you have your total monthly income written down, let's start breaking down every category of expenses. Our first category is going to be home expenses, anything associated with your housing bills. You can write your totals next to each item I've written or on a separate piece of paper. Housing expenses, mortgage and rent, home rental insurance, flood insurance, electricity and gas, water and sewer, garbage, cell phone, landline, cable or satellite TV, internet, furnishings, appliances, lawn and garden, maintenance and supplies, cleaning services, and other. You're going to total your home expenses here, and the other sections are for you and any other expenses that you may have associated with housing expenses that I may have not included above. Some people have dog pooper scooper services or anything else you can think of that applies to your situation. Get it all written down on paper and put the monthly costs next to each item. Add up all these monthly expenses and put the total number next to total home expenses. Don't worry if that number seems high. Remember, no stress, just empowering education. If you can't find the total for any of these, check your bills or online banking app. Oftentimes, the charges will be listed next to the company that issues the bill, like Atmos for natural gas, or Chase for a mortgage company example. I'll take this time to explain any of the items that I think need further explanation. When you come across an item like furnishings or appliances, you may be asking yourself, I already have all my appliances and my furniture. What does he mean by this? That's a good question. When you see an item in this budget exercise that isn't an obvious monthly cost, you do the following. You estimate what you are going to need to replace old furniture or appliances, or repair old furniture and appliances, and you divide that number by 12 to find your monthly cost. This is very important to think about because this is a typical situation that puts people back a month or two. Say your washer machine breaks in June and your bed is no longer useful, causing you back pain, and it's time to get a new one in July. If you don't account for these slightly larger items and having to replace them, then you have to dip into your savings, or worse, you decide to finance them or put them on a credit card, in effect taking out an incredibly high interest loan to pay for something that should already be part of your monthly budget and plan. Sticking with the same example, say that new washer costs $500 at your local scratch and dent appliance warehouse, and that new mattress is going to cost $600 if you want one that supports your back. So both of these items together would set you back $1,100. That's more than rent in many parts of the country, and I don't know about you, but I can't just happily find myself an extra rent payment to pay for furniture on a whim. So most people drain savings or put this expense on a credit card, but not you, not any longer. Here's how. In your budget worksheet, under the appliances section, let's assume the worst and think that we will need $1,400 for appliances replacements and repair throughout the year. Divide that scary number by 12, and you get just below $117 per month. This is a much more reasonable number to come up with than an extra $1,400 out of nowhere at the worst possible moment, because you know that your washer will break the same week you need to put your car in the shop, and you twist your ankle, so you have to miss a week of work. Bad things come in threes, or at least that's what my mom always told me. Anyways, back on point. Now, let's assume the worst again, and think that we will need to spend $1,200 on new furniture or slightly loved furniture from Facebook Marketplace that we get using a friend's pickup truck. So without a budget for this, then you are on the hook for $1,200 all at once, potentially setting you back more than your rent for the month. Not you, not anymore, because you have set aside $100 a month planning for the inevitability that you will need new furniture throughout the year. So that money is already saved and ready to go. These examples are how you should treat any item in this exercise that has more of a yearly estimated cost than a true set monthly cost. I will give you plenty more examples of this idea, and I'm telling you it's logical, but revolutionary to most people who are used to just falling behind when something bad happens. Not you, not anymore. This roadmap will protect you from these inevitable yet more sporadic expenses throughout the year. After getting all of your home expenses written down or entered into our spreadsheet, write your total and circle it. We will use this number later on. Our spreadsheet will total all items for you, so follow along if you can. That's it for this video, because I want to split them up for you to be able to revisit each section while filling out your budget. Go back if you need to go over this info again. And if you are ready to move on to the next section, just play the next episode in this series, which will cover your transportation costs. Continue with me in the next episode in order to understand all of the costs that go into owning your car. It's not just that payment you need to think about. Thank you for watching My Dedication. I'll see you in the next video, your transportation costs. Remember, your budget creates your freedom, not restriction. It's done brick by brick.